Hi guys, Jane here, and we are in October finally, and we are entering Nanoprepmo. And that's pretty much the big theme of my channel this month of October is Nanoprepmo, getting ready for the Nanowrimo in November. So if you're wondering what NaNoWriMo is Nashville Write a Novel in a Month or something similar. The goal is during November, writers all over the world are trying to compete with themselves alongside other writers, but you're not in competition with the other writers, to write a novel. So 50,000 words in a month. And the idea, I think, is to kind of teach authors to write every day, get in routine, and also show them that you can write a novel in a month. It's hard, but you can do it. And there's a website, and there's all kinds of like writing sprints. It's a very social thing. It's so much fun. I've been participating definitely since 2015, maybe since 2014, not sure. Of those times, I've only completed my 50,000 words once. So, in 2015, I completed my 50,000 words. And then the last 2 years, I haven't. 2016, I was working on a dystopian novel, and basically, I kind of got stuck in the saggy middle, and I never really recovered from it. And I actually still haven't gone back and doctored this novel. Like, that's one of my eventually I'll get there, because I really loved the premise and I really loved the first half of the book, but then it just kind of dwindled. Like, I had this character and these really bad things in this dystopian world happen to her, and she's starting to try to be like, I should probably try to get out of here. How do I do that? What can I do? What changes can I make? But yeah, I never did get that far. So that's what happened then. Last year, I was working on Bewitching the Bear, and that is finished. I'm working on I'm about to do the first round of edits. I'm an underwriter, so I generally write a really rough first draft. It has all the plot points and a lot of the character development, but it tends to be a lot of dialogue and a lot of like, this happened, but not a ton of description. Also, I tend to not do a ton of world building in my first drafts. So the second drafts, when I go through, I'm like, a 50,000 word novel is generally about 25 to 30,000 words first drafted, because I'm going to go back and add so much to it. So with Bewitching the Bear, I did finish the first draft of it, but I didn't get to 50,000 words. And I wasn't totally trying to, because I'm also a ghostwriter and I had a lot of client responsibilities. And actually, this will be the first year I'm trying to hit my 50,000 words and ghostwrite. In 2015, I wasn't actively ghostwriting, so I could just concentrate on my novel, and that's one reason I think I did hit the word counts then. But I can't do it. I couldn't do it in the past because of my ghostwriting, but I want to try to do it this year, and I think I can do it. Keep you guys updated. We'll see. But anyway, during Nanoprepmo, I will be kind of talking about some ways to prepare if you would like to participate in NaNoWrimo, some tips for outlining, some tips for like where to start your novel, kind of what you should do ahead of time to make sure that you have what you need to succeed. After NaNoWrimo last year, I got pretty good at first drafting a novel in a month and a half. I learned pretty quickly that a month was a little bit too much for me, but I could do a first draft in a month and a half, a pretty solid one. So I'm really thinking I can do NaNoWrimo this year and hit my 50,000 words. But I would love to hear about if you're going to participate. If there's any specific things you'd like me to cover about how to succeed with NaNoWrimo, I would love to answer any questions you have. If nobody has questions, I'm probably going to start this week on generating ideas. I'm going to like I said, do character outlining, starting a story, anything that I think could help people who are just getting started with NaNoWriMo. Because if you're not prepared for NaNoWriMo, I think it's much harder to finish it. Like if you're just going in blind with no idea, blank page on day one, I feel like it's really, really hard to get 50,000 words out in a month. Just because you could instead be doing so much of the prep work ahead of time. Like I've already, for the beginning of August, and I've already got my character sketches, or I'm sorry, beginning of October, not August. I've got my character sketches, I've got my, my plot, I know exactly what my major scenes are, I have a pretty good idea of where I'm starting the book. Everything is mapped out, and I am so excited because that really limits the work. And if I'd have done that in 2016 in my dystopian, I think I would have been able to finish it. But I was kind of more of a pantser back then, and I'm not a full-blown plotter, but I'm definitely closer. Like, I definitely want to know from beginning to end what is happening, what are my major scenes, how do the characters change, when do they change, and what is my ending, what is my end goal, and how do we get there. So I have this whole character arc and plot arc all set out so I can navigate it. But yeah, so tune in October as we prep for NaNoWriMo, and I will tell you about my project, and I will listen to any comments you care to make about your project. I'm so excited for all of you. If this is your first time, it's definitely worth doing, and if you've never done it before, check it out. I will link the website below, and I will give the information for you to send me a friend request. So it's so fun, and it's definitely worth it for new writers. If you're a writer or even think you want to be a writer someday, it's great to discipline yourself and just see, even if you don't win, just to see how far you can go, because at the very least it'll give you a reason to write, and it'll help you stay motivated to put words on the page. And anything that does that is a good thing. All right, guys, I can't wait to hear about your projects, so comment below about what you're doing, if you're ready, have you done it before, have you won, just whatever you want to tell me about your experiences with NaNoWriMo. So excited for this. If you've enjoyed this video, hit like, and if you want more content, and to follow for Nanoprepmo, and then NaNoWriMo, hit subscribe. Alright guys, thanks, bye.